Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. It's been quite a while. It's been about 2 months, almost 3 months since I uploaded an actual video, which was my 2024 prediction without commentary. Again, life has just been so busy lately. I really haven't been able to fit much of a schedule in for videos. I have lost a lot of motivation to do YouTube, but I got a little bit of it back, so we're gonna do a prediction. Maybe I'll do a Senate prediction soon here. I don't know for sure. But anyways, let's do the video. Trump versus Joe Biden as of June 11th, 2023 at around 10 o'clock at night. So here we go. So right now, Trump probably will win all of these states safe. We're going to put Alaska. I think we'll exclude Alaska. Yeah, these are all the safe states for 2024 for Trump. This will put him at one. Actually, we can go to Ohio. Iowa and Ohio in that. Biden will win, the West Coast, the Eastern Seaboard, the Northeast, yada yada yada, plus Illinois and Hawaii and Colorado, and Maine's first. So these are all of the states that will be competitive in 2024. The states that are, the states that will kind of decide the election. Well, not really. The states that will decide the election, we'll get into them in a minute. But let's go ahead and let's start things off here with Texas. I do think Donald Trump will win Texas ultimately by around 7 or 8. I do think he rebounds a little bit in the state. People are saying that Texas is gonna swing hard left, and I don't really think that's true. Texas in 2022 technically trended to the right. Um, really, Texas, I don't really think it's gonna go blue. A lot of the immigrants coming to Texas are voting red. A lot of the transplants from California are conservative, and a lot of the liberals are leaving to go to Denver. That being said, Democrats are maxed out in Dallas. Democrats are surely maxed out in Houston. They're for sure maxed out in El Paso. Actually, they're decreasing in El Paso. They're losing ground down south in the in the Rio Grande Valley. Or the Rio. I think that's what that's called, Rio Grande Valley, South Texas. And they're nearing max margins in Travis County and not so much in Behar where San Antonio is, but they are generally losing. They are gaining roughly to max margins in Austin and San Antonio. What does this mean? Well, Republicans have had consistently unfavorable trends in Texas, and they've still held on. Ted Cruz was supposed to lose in 2018, and he still managed to win. And it was due to transplants moving in who saved his career. So Texas not going blue anytime soon. Florida, same deal, likely are. Ron DeSantis won by a safe margin. Sure, that was because it was a midterm year, and he also had like a bajillion dollars, but whatever. Trump is also from Florida. Well, it's his home state. He won it decisively in 2020. I don't see why he won't win it in 2024. I think he wins it by around 7. Georgia, nah, we'll save that for later. No, we'll do it now. Georgia, I think this is honestly, I think Georgia could be Tiltar. I really do. Like, I know that's. I go back and forth on Georgia, but I do think at the moment Trump would probably win. The MAGA lieutenant governor held on in Georgia by he almost outran Kemp, which is interesting. Herschel Walker, I'm starting to think was just a bad candidate. Really, I don't see why Georgia won't be. I think Trump could win it. Definitely, the trends are unfavorable, but they're not as bad as we once thought. I think Democrats are getting maxed out in the suburbs of Atlanta. I think Republicans have room to grow in the rurals still. They could gain in some of the more black parts of the state, which they have been. Very slowly, but they have been. So I don't know. We'll see. North Carolina, lean R. It's kind of a titanium lean R state. It's not going blue. I think Trump's performance will carry Robinson to the finish. Yeah, it will carry Mark Robinson to the finish in the governor's race. Biden wins Virginia, probably likely to lean. I think it'll be likely. Um, Again, Youngkin's win there, I'm starting to think was just a fluke. I don't really think the state has any chance of being competitive for Trump. Well, it'll narrow up, but not by a horrible amount. Not by a lot. Biden wins Minnesota likely too. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but he will. Being from this state, the Twin Cities area is, there's a lot of development going on there. A lot of liberals moving in from Chicago, Detroit, California, and Washington. A lot of black voters too moving in from Chicago and Milwaukee to sit on the welfare programs in downtown Minneapolis and the surrounding suburbs. The state, while the rurals will continue to move right, it's not enough to flip the state. It's unfortunate. Wisconsin. Now, Wisconsin is definitely okay. Actually, you know what? I will save that for the end of the video. New Mexico, likely. Same deal. Alaska, likely. I forgot to fill that out earlier after I did Texas. Maine's second, likely as well, alongside Maine at large being likely for Biden. All right. Now we are. Oh yeah, New Hampshire likely as well, as well as Nebraska second. Republicans could have gerrymandered that to make it R plus 18, or bigger, but because the Republican Party of Nebraska is incompetent, they didn't do that. So yeah. Don Bacon also only won by like one in what was supposed to be an R favorable environment. So yeah, I think Don Bacon's done. As well as the GOP's chances of winning Nebraska's second district altogether. All right, these are the states that I think decide 2024: Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. So Trump hypothetically would just need these. If the GOP was smart, they would have Trump target these three states the most: Wisconsin number one, Pennsylvania number one, Wisconsin number two, Michigan number three, in that order, that priority. Because you need these three. Look what happens. Trump can win these three and then not even have to win Georgia or these other two. So really, you would be setting yourself up for victory by winning these three. Now, we know that's probably not going to happen. They might win two or one of them, but they're not going to win all three. Probably. But we'll start in Nevada. I think Trump wins Nevada tilt. Or lean. I think we'll put it as tilt. Again, Nevada, we have proof that Adam Laxalt lost because of a snowstorm in northern Nevada. If Laxalt would have gotten Trump 2020 rural margins, he would have won the Senate race. He met his targets in Clark County. Like, he absolutely did it. He killed it in Clark for a Republican, but it was the rurals that screwed him over. Which is a rare moment in Nevada. Normally, it's you exceed in the rurals, but get screwed in Clark and Washoe. This time, he met his targets in Clark, met his targets in Washoe, but upstate Nevada, for some reason, just swung enough to the left that he didn't win. But I think Trump does win ultimately. Will the Democrats probably hold on to the Senate seat? Yeah, maybe. Which is weird. I think Trump has a unique appeal in the state, so maybe he could carry whoever it is, whether it's Rick Harrison or somebody across the finish. We'll see. Arizona. Arizona's lost. Lean Democrat for sure. I don't think we have a chance at winning Arizona. This state is just too far gone. The state is very corrupt. Kari Lake is not the governor, and that definitely screws Trump over. And oh yeah, we can say this on YouTube now. I forgot. YouTube updated their policies. The election in Arizona was stolen 100%. In both 2020 and the thing right after. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that, but yeah. The thing that went on in Arizona. The governorship. That was also suspect. Anyways. Now the big three. Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Trump is at 257. He needs 13 more to win the White House. Will he be able to do it? Let's go into these three states. Wisconsin. I think Trump wins Wisconsin. I honestly think he might win it by a lean margin of like 2 points. Wisconsin, I think he will win by around I'll put it as lean. Wisconsin is going to be, I mean, like Ron Johnson, for example. Ron Johnson won in the Senate race in what was supposed to be it was a Biden plus 4 electorate statewide. Biden plus 4. That's more than 2020. And Ron Johnson still won by more than a point. Ron Johnson won by more than a point in a race where it was a Biden +4 environment in the state. A horribly unfavorable environment, and most counties swung right. That just goes to show that the state may not be lost. Tim Michels was just a bad governor candidate, and subsequently he dragged down the rest of the ticket with him. That's my take on what happened. He also did drag down Ron Johnson a little bit. That's what I think happened, truthfully. I do think Trump will win Wisconsin at the end of the day by around 2. Close to 2. Probably just under it. Definitely is going to be close, but it's not going to be like, oh, Biden +3 or Biden +5 like some people say. You are demented if you think it's Biden +5. Michigan. Probably going to go to Biden. Again, Trump very well could win Michigan. I'm not saying that this is just merely a prediction. I'm not saying that Trump winning Arizona is out of question or, losing Georgia is out of question. I'm just saying Trump could very well win Arizona but lose Georgia. He could win Michigan. Like he could win these states. He could lose. Like he could win Michigan. That is a possibility. But are the odds there for him? No, not at the moment. I do have high hopes about Michigan long term though, which is good. I have high hopes long term that the state will be red. Short term, no. Gretchen Whitmer combined with Democrat state House and state Senate, bad idea. Plus all Democrat statewide officials. Michigan is definitely going to become a little harder for us to win, but it's alright. Considering also how incompetent their GOP is, Trump will probably be the saving grace for many House candidates there. But also, it was a D+7 environment in Michigan in the midterms. Biden would have won the state by like 7, and John James still won his House seat by half a point. So, yeah, that says a lot. Trump could win Michigan, but at the moment, I don't see it. At the moment, I just don't see it. Finally, Pennsylvania. All right. Now, I do think that at the moment, that that Biden is favored in Pennsylvania. I know you guys are gonna laugh at me. Well, some of you may think that's reasonable, which I think it is reasonable. Again, Pennsylvania, I just don't know what to think. Pennsylvania is so close. Pennsylvania will be the new Florida, is my take. It already is. Pennsylvania will be very close in 2024. Closer than 2020, closer than 2016. I could see Trump winning the state. I could very well see him winning it, but I could also see him losing it. Again, it all comes down to can Trump turn out more voters than the Democrats in eastern Pennsylvania? Or no, in western Pennsylvania. Can he turn out more voters than the Democrats can in Philadelphia? He did it in 2016. Can he do it again? Well, he almost did it in 2020, and also the 2020 election was stolen. Pennsylvania went to Trump by a big margin. Same with Wisconsin and Michigan, and Georgia, and Nevada. Anyways, I just thought I'd get that out. Screw you, YouTube. You can't take me down now. Nah. Suck my balls. Anyways, enough of that. But this is what I think will happen on election day. As of right now, let's take a look. Again, we're going to pull out statewide polls. I know it's probably not the best thing to do, as they have been god awful, like since the dawn of the century. We go to Pennsylvania. So, the polls right now, Donald Trump has led a few of them by upwards of 5 points, 6 points. Now, I do not think do I believe for 1 second that Trump wins Pennsylvania by 6? Hell no. Do I think he wins it by 4? No. Do I think he could win it by 2? Yeah. Could he win it by 3? That's pushing it, but maybe. Could Biden win the state by 2? Yeah. Could he win the state by 4? No. Right now, the average polls show Trump down by 2.5 statewide. He is outrunning DeSantis in Pennsylvania. Now, Trump currently is only down in I think this averages out like 2.5. D plus 2.5. Historically, let's go back to 2020 polls this far out. June of 2019. Yeah, we'll go to June of 2019 for polls. All right, let's go all the way back. Well, we can't go all the way back. Unfortunately. Oh, wait, yes we can. All right, so let's go all the way back to 2019. So, June 11th through June 13th by Firehouse Strategies. Biden up by 1, and then right after that in September, Biden up by 4, Biden up by 1, Biden up by 9, Biden up by 10, Biden up by 7. Trump led one poll in December by 4, which is BS, but Trump was down by quite a bit around this time in 2019 in Pennsylvania, by around 5. 4 or 5 on average. Guess what? Guess what? Around this time, he's only down by like 2.5 on average. If this holds, Biden should be up by way more, as he is the incumbent, and Republicans don't even have a nominee yet officially. Does this mean that Trump may be in a position to win Pennsylvania? Yes. Ultimately, again, this might just be my bias, and I am a bit biased, I will admit. My predictions are not. I did get 2022 accurate. The governor's races I was a bit off. The Senate I was near perfect. The only miss in the Senate I had was Pennsylvania. Or no, I only had 2 misses in the Senate. It was Pennsylvania and Nevada. Other than those 2, I basically got it spot on. The governor's offices I had 3 incorrect, but I was pretty close. The House I predicted Republicans would get 225. They got 222. So I was spot on in the House. Nearly. Now, Pennsylvania, anyways. I'm going to get to the point. I think Trump will very narrowly, like literally by an inch, win Pennsylvania. The polls in 2019, in 2020, looked horrible for Trump. They looked not good. In 2019, they looked terrible. And around this time in 2020, even, the polls were not good for Trump. He was down by a substantial amount. Let's go to early June. Down by 3, down by 12, down by 3, down by 10, down by 10, down by 5, down by 6, down by 2, down by 5, down by 8, down by 7, down by 10, down by 13. That's horrible. And Trump managed to only lose the state by 1.5. After being down on average by like 9 points in the state. So in conclusion, the polls, and also Pennsylvania, Trump is uniquely popular there for a Republican. Oz lost in 2022 because we couldn't get a turnout operation. I firmly believe Trump does win Pennsylvania. If it were held today, I think Biden would win in Pennsylvania. But I think Trump ultimately does pull it out. This is my prediction. Thank you guys for watching. I've blabbered on long enough. Sorry about the long wait for videos. I'm a high priority man. What can I say? You know, I'm an alpha male. I got better things to do than shade a map different colors. Sorry about that, guys. I know you want more content, but I've been doing a lot of self-improvement, been doing a lot of stuff with friends, hanging out with the boys, all the fun stuff. More content this summer, hopefully. I will start live streaming again in the future. Senate prediction, maybe tonight or tomorrow, or whenever I feel like it. I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.